It only cost me $75 to the root worker to find out what went down with Solange, Beyonce, and Jay-Z in that elevator by Zabriel Rivers. See, I've been nosy down when I see that video drop out. Solange when I kick up Jay-Z behind in that video. Y'all gotta look him up on YouTube and see him. Gally beat up on him bad, and Beyonce been standing in the middle like she know what been going on. So I've been nosy about that thing, yeah. And I like to go down to the root worker down there on them islands, on that sea islands down there in South Carolina. So when I saw that video and there ain't been no audio, and I waited, and ain't nobody came out and tell us what happened, and Beyonce and them ain't say nothing but what happened. So I had got real nosy about that thing. So I went down there to the root doctor and asked him, say, can they help me figure out who Beyonce and Solange and Jay-Z been doing? So they got them fighting in the elevator like that. And the old lady look at me and say, who child is that? Who child is that? So I said, good Lord, lady, ain't no nothing. So I went on my phone and I found the video. So the lady said, you want me to find out what these people y'all fight about based off a video on your phone? I said, yeah, what difference is, you see what went down, you need to go back there and put something together and tell me what heck went down in the elevator. So the lady said, okay, I'll do it. The lady said, but I'm going to need some money now. The lady said, I'm going to need about $100. I said, gracious Jesus. I said, but these are celebrity people, man, and then people might have that stuff come up. I said, I ain't got no 100, man. I can give you I can give you 50. The lady said, no, sir, you got to give me 100. I said, no, come on now, give me 50. So she came down. I finally talked her down to $75. So she went in the back, child, had me sitting in the lobby for about 30 minutes. I've been waiting for her. And she came back out that room and she said, I think I found out what been going on between them people there. So I said, girl, what been going on? So she said, this what happened, y'all. So she said Beyonce and Jay-Z was together at a somebody party, like engagement gathering or something like that. And Beyonce's best friend came up to her and said, Jay-Z talking to a woman's in ya a little too close. You need to keep an eye on his behind. And Beyonce look at her. Beyonce said, come here. Act like we dancing. She said, who? Point to the gal for me. So the gal sneaking, looking, found the gal and point to Beyonce. Beyonce said, oh, I know that gal. Beyonce said, I know her. She said, I know her. Cause we done bump into each other. As I've been traveling around and stuff, doing different TV shows and stuff like that, she always be backstage, helping out with the shows and different artists when they go on stage and stuff like that. That face look for me. I done seen that lady. She work with them companies and stuff. She be around ya. So the lady said, no. She said, yeah, I don't know her, but we know each other enough because if she know me, she know to say hey, and I know who talking to me. So she said, oh, okay, well, that's good for you because you don't know much of nobody. So Beyonce said, yeah, I know her. Beyonce said, you think her and Jay-Z doing something? And the girl said, I think so. I just see he looking real sneaky. He being real dogged, like running around in this party. So Beyonce said, well, you know what? I'm going to have to get close to this gal so I can find some information. So Beyonce sneak up to the gal. Beyonce creep up to the gal and was dancing and stuff like that. And Beyonce said, hey, girl, how you doing? The girl said, oh, my God, I can't believe you talking to me. Oh, my God, Beyonce, hey, girl. So Beyonce gave her a little side hug, whatever like that. And the girl she's just been in awe at the fact that Beyonce been talking to her. So Beyonce said, me and you should hang out. I got a show coming up. I got a whole concert, a big old performance I got coming up. And right now we just in the planning stage of so I know you got a lot of expertise in this field, so I want you to help me, put some ideas together and things like that. I'll give me your contact information. I have somebody reach out to. So the gal said, okay. So lo and behold, Beyonce reached out to the gal and they met up a few times and they started building like a little rapport with each other because the girl would help Beyonce with a little concept and her team was to do it, have meet me and stuff. So what Beyonce did was she started telling Jay-Z she would tell him, yeah, I go in and hang out with my friend today. He would say, who your friend? Who you don't hang out with nobody but family and stuff like that. Who your friend? And so he tell him, gal, it got quiet. So she knows something be going on. So she said, yeah, that my friend. And she made sure she see him a couple of times so he can know where she going at and who she hanging up with. So she did that because she wanted Jay-Z to feel like, okay, I got to leave the gal alone because the gal getting close to Beyonce. Well, baby, you think that work? No, sir. Not too long after that, Beyonce's nephew missed and slip up and say something about Jay-Z was on a private jet and she was one of the women that was on the jet with him. Oh, that had made Beyonce hot because she had done tell herself, say, well, why is he still hanging out with her behind my back and stuff, knowing that I done tell him me and the gal friends? See, because Jay-Z ain't never know Beyonce had suspicion about the gal, but Beyonce had know that. So Beyonce said, I'ma fix his behind because that boy don't slip up and tell me, say, he done miss and slip up and tell me, say, he saw the gal on a private jet with Jay-Z and their friends one night. So, baby, right before Beyonce was about to confront Jay-Z about the gal, about what they asked him, say, what you doing hanging up with that gal? What going on between? She was finally about to bust him, right? And before you know it, the first friend who told her the first time at that party called her back, child. And the friend tell him, say, well, Beyonce, gal, I got some bad news. It might not be bad news, but I got some news that might got something to do with you, but it don't got nothing to do with you. So Beyonce said, what do you mean? So the girl said, I ain't want to tell you because it's just too much tea. I ain't really want to tell you, people business, stuff like that. So Beyonce said, no, you need to tell me nothing, gal. I said, man, I too scared to tell you on this phone. We gonna have to meet up and talk about that thing. So that Beyonce said, okay. So Beyonce about to get a flight and say, I'm going to fly you over to the house and we're going to have lunch and stuff and you're going to tell me what you got to tell me. The gal said, okay. So Beyonce had to put a fast flight for the gal come the next morning, right? Well, baby, before the gal could come, Jay-Z came home and tell Beyonce he need to talk to her. So Beyonce said, well, you need to talk to me about, because I need to talk to your behind too. So Jay-Z said, for real? She said, yeah, I need to talk to you too. So Jay-Z said, what going on? Beyonce said, no, you go first. So Jay-Z said, well, I left the doctor and the doctor said I got herpes, whatever, like that type 2 herpes. So Beyonce said, what? And he said, yeah, you might want to go get yourself checked out, whatever, like that. So Beyonce said, oh, Lord Jesus, I'm going to kick you over behind. Where you get that thing from? So he said, I don't know. So Beyonce said, you get them from that gal? Jay-Z said, what gal? So Beyonce tell him the girl name. And baby, he lie, and deny him, right? Say he ain't know that. So Beyonce bust him and say, well, somebody tell me, say, see you and the gal talking and stuff at a party all close, like y'all ain't got no business doing that. So Jay-Z said, well, who tell you that? Beyonce said, I don't tell my sauce, baby. Don't worry about that. So she said, and I also found out, say, the gal was with your friends and stuff. The gal would end up in the group with y'all who had went on that private jet on that little trip y'all went or whatever y'all went the other day. And Jay-Z said, oh, who tell you that? So Beyonce said, don't worry, who tell me that? Just know it's always somebody left to tell the story. So they fought about that and they fought and argued. Beyonce was mad and stuff, and Beyonce kicked him up for a couple of nights. And Beyonce had to meet with the gal the next morning. So Beyonce said, she'll wait till she talked to the gal before she go to the doctor. So the next morning, Beyonce's friend had flew into town. And Beyonce said, well, what you got to tell me? And the girl said, well, I found out through a mutual friend that the lady that Jay-Z sleeping with got herpes. So I wanted to let you know, be careful, because I done tell you, I think you're sleeping with him. And then you come back and tell me, say, your nephew tell me, say, see him with the gal too. He slipping and tell you that he saw him, the gal was with them. So Beyonce act like she ain't heard. She act shocked, act like she ain't had no. And she's telling the gal she was going to the doctor and get tests and stuff like that. Well, lo and behold, Beyonce went to that doctor, y'all, and doctor tell him, lo and behold, when he finally got the results back, doctor said, gal, you got the herpes. So Beyonce cried about that, and she called and told her sister Solange, because Beyonce had wanted to confide in somebody about that thing, So she told Solange said, "Ooh, I'm going to kick his ass when I see him." Solange said, "I'm going to kick up his behind." Solange. So, baby, when they got to that party and they went in that elevator, Solange bust up and say, how it all started, Solange say, "You think we ain't know where you get that herpes from?" And baby said, once he started lying and said what she talk about, baby, the foot start going, the hand start going. She kicked up his behind in that elevator. And I looked at that doctor. I said, "No, that what happened?" She said, "That what happened. I heard everything. I put my least portion on them, baby, and I heard everything that came out their mouth. I know exactly what happened." I said, "Y'all shut up." So I just want to let y'all know what happened with that TV. Thank you so much for this story time. Subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and I will see you next time.